Why Fat-Free is Better by Jenna, Abby, and Nori. When talking about maintaining a healthy diet, fats are generally not included in the list of healthy food options. Most fats should be avoided in order to have a healthy diet. Certain types of fat, such as saturated fats and trans fats, have been known to increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. Fatty acids are an unnecessary part of a diet and should be avoided in order to maintain health and nutrition. Fat is a class compound belonging to lipids. The fat molecule is called a triglyceride. In addition to fat molecules, the lipids include phospholipids, glycolipids, cholesterol, and fat-soluble vitamins. They consist of a glycerol molecule joined to the three long carbon chain organic acids called fatty acids. All fats have a chemical structure consisting of these long hydrocarbon chains. Each bond that connects to the carbon atom can either be a double or single bond. The more bonds required leaves fewer hydrogen atoms because the electrons create double bonds which are unsaturated. The way the atoms are positioned around the double bonds of unsaturated fats depends on where the hydrogen atoms are located around the carbon chain. The two types of configurations are cis and trans, also known as allylic acid and oleic acid, respectively. While cis fats are found abundantly in nature, about 25 to 40% of hydrogenated oils are made up of trans fats. In a trans configuration, the hydrogen atoms are arranged in a linear fashion. This therefore changes many of its properties such as melting point, shelf life, flavor, and stability. Because their properties are favored in the food industry, trans fats are used very often and are included in products like margarine and partially hydrogenated oils. Including a large amount of trans fats in your diet can have multiple health risks. Trans fats raise LDL, low-density lipoprotein, also known as bad cholesterol levels, which can lead to the buildup of fatty plaque in your arteries. They are also activators of enzymes called junction terminal kinases, which are molecules that are involved in the development of type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, obesity, and atherosclerosis. A study conducted by Nurses Health Study found that women who consumed the greatest amount of trans fat in their diet had a 50% higher risk of a heart attack compared to those that consumed the least. Saturated fats are a type of fat that contains a high portion of fatty acid molecules without double bonds. They are very unhealthy and cause many problems to a person's health. Examples of saturated fats are meats, dairy, butter, and cheese. The fatty acids in them are packed together very tightly and therefore block the membranes of nerve cells. Blocking the membrane inhibits the passage of essential nutrients that need to enter the cell's interior. Lack of this supply results in the cell being less healthy and more prone to injury, making the body weak. The blocking of a nerve cell membrane also does not allow the neighboring nerve cells to communicate. Saturated fatty acids changes the membrane's performance and alters its shape, and therefore affects the cell's ability to function properly. Therefore, a fat-free diet is more beneficial to our body rather than a diet filled with fat.